What's up, Jones Bones? And it's what? And it's pause. Run it back. What's up, Jones Bones? It's your girl, United Random, and today we have a Rumi and me. You know, I really should know what it is by now, but Rumi and I think it's Rumi and I. We have another Rumi and I. Now you might be like, yay, Alia, we finally recorded on a different day. Nope. Look, the thumbnails will be different, okay? This is like a really cute hat. It don't necessarily fit my head. I bought it while I was in this country, and I'm pretty sure it's for children, but there you go. There you go. It's adorable. It is adorable. Tell me it's not adorable. It's adorable. So anyway, if you don't know what Rumi and I is, it's a series in which I open up to a random page in the Wisdoms of Rumi, a guided journal. Now, in this guided journal, I wrote about it within the last 3 years. So I will read a poem to you, and then I will ask you a question, and then I will answer the question from, like, I don't know, 2020, right? And then if I have an update or something to add to that conversation, I'll add to that conversation. But really, it's just a sit-down conversation, get to know me, and just have a little fun. I really urge you guys to leave answers to your sentences down below, so that if you ever need to come back and see it, or you can be, who is texting me? I am not that popular. Really, they went for a twofer. Let's see if they're gonna go for a threefer. Okay, yeah, be quiet. I don't even know if y'all could hear it, but I heard it and it bothered me. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started right after this intro.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And we are back. I'm gonna turn to a random page. Voila. This page says, how does this poem inspire you to share your love with others? This is actually a poem that I did last time. So I feel like, you know, we always get signs for the universe. Wada wada boo. I'm one of those girlies, okay? This is your sign for universe. If you haven't watched the one before this one, go ahead and check it out. So, boom. Okay, now this is what parts of yourself have you been hiding? I've already done this one. Give me one I haven't. Give me one I haven't done, please. Boom! Wow. This is really going to be the last one for me today, because like earlier I kept bringing up the conversation about vulnerability, and the question for this one is, how have you been vulnerable with others? Wow. Wow, that's really just me nowadays. Like, vulnerability is like my biggest strength in life. But let's go ahead and get into it. Again, the question is, how have you been vulnerable with others? And the name of this poem, give me some, you know, give me some leeway, give me some, y'all, I got braces, okay? So words are kind of harder to pronounce. In every heart there is. In every heart there is a ray of your compassion. On every altar there is a shedding of tears. One everlasting night, one glorious moonlight. I'll open you the doors to my longings, so far hidden in my heart. Again, the question is, how have you been vulnerable with others? And let me read that again, because I like to read it twice. One, because the first time I'm reading it like I'm reading it to myself, like I'm taking it in. The second time, maybe I'll get a little silly with how I read it, or maybe I just really want to hear it again. I think with this one, I just really want to hear it again, because I'm just like, So in every heart there is. In every heart there is a ray of your compassion. On every altar there is a shedding of tears. On everlasting night, one glorious moonlight, I'll open you the doors to my longings, so far hidden in my heart. It feels like it's speaking to someone else. So like Rumi, I can't really tell y'all too much about Rumi, but I think he was like this philosopher or something like that, right? Way back when. Rumi, goodness, maybe I should just do a video just talking about Rumi. Maybe I should research who Rumi is, because I've been doing Rumi and I for a while, but I don't really know too much about Rumi, right? Maybe I should just do a video giving my research about Rumi and why he's important, because I really don't know. That's a video idea. Okay, but again, the question is, how have you been vulnerable with others? I believe that I walk in my vulnerability every day. By being open and on the internet, I am unshamedly showing parts of myself that a lot of people would never. It doesn't make them wrong, but it doesn't make me right. I celebrate my vulnerable side by giving her a big smile. It's not easy, but I like it hard. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. The silence was getting me, because look. I knew what I was doing, okay? I knew what I was doing. I have talked about my hopes and my dreams, and my failures in life, my personal relationships, and I have shown my body even when I didn't feel confidence. Vulnerability is my way of life. XOXO. ADJ. And this was written, I want to say September 21st, 2022. So, I still continue to be vulnerable online. I shared with you guys when I found out my brother died. I shared with you guys when I found out that my father died last year. And I think I will continue to just share with you guys where I'm at, because realistically, I think that I really appreciate seeing people at their low, not so I can point and laugh, but when I see people at their low, or I see people who aren't like just perfectly put together, it makes me feel more comfortable in saying that I don't know what the heck I'm doing in life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just here. I'm just here. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. I went to a friend's house the other day, like just the other day, and I went to different people's houses, and it was kind of like pop up and like show up on them, right? Not like, okay, they knew I was coming, but like they didn't know I was coming to their house. Like, we met up, I was in their side of the town. I went to her coworker's place, and his place was messy, and it was like comforting, you know? I'm like, okay, like I'm not just the messy one. And then I went to her house, and I wouldn't say that her house was messy, but also like, you know, it was messy, and not in a way that's judgmental to her, but it was messy. And I thought, like, when I went back home, I was like, first of all, I was so thankful that she let me into her house. Not like it was that bad, but I'm so thankful that she let me into her house when her house wasn't like pristine clean and everything, because like the first time I went to her house was really clean. And so like, I guess it gave me like this anxiety between like, oh, I'd be feeling really bad if I invited someone over to my house, because it's not always pristine clean. She didn't know I was coming, so I just popped up on her, but it was just like really comfortable. We watched some fucking Family Guy, and we freaking played some Mario Party, and I tell y'all, I'm like this freaking close to buying a Switch. But I felt like that was a moment of vulnerability. Like, you show someone the inside of your house, right? That does feel vulnerable. That's like having, like, hear me out, YouTube, don't strike this. I'm not going into details, but it's kind of like having sex for the first time, you know, going into someone's house for the first time, or just you know, showing up on them and going to their house. It's just like, whenever people come to my house, I'm like running around and cleaning the entire time. And I really appreciate that she didn't do that. She just kind of sat down, relaxed. I felt like I could just sit in silence with her. And I love that for us, okay? I'm really hoping that she moves to my town so that we can spend more time together. But my camera is now going dead. So I have really expired the amount of times that I can put on a hat and put on a jacket and record, okay? So, yeah, I walk in my vulnerability every day, and if you don't believe me, just check out my YouTube channel. You can throw a stone and find a video in which I'm being very vulnerable or crying, speaking about where I've come from, and Also, there's a lot of videos where I speak about the hope of the future and I say thank you for you guys being here. But I can say it to you right now. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't, turn on your notifications, make sure you turn on your notifications, okay? Help out the channel. Much love and positive vibe.